Well, welcome back, everyone, to the Smite Pro League. But this next match, as well as the second match tomorrow, are still going to be important. You know, the Spacestation Ghost Gaming, whoever wins this one is going to be able to, for a small amount of time, at least temporarily, take control of first, depending on tomorrow's matchup in Sanguine and Radiance. One of the three teams between Sanguine, SSG, and Ghost are going to be third place. And why is that a big deal? Why does it matter? The first two go to playoffs with a bye round. They are guaranteed third or fourth place because of that. And so winning this one is going to be important, because if Sanguine win tomorrow, then, well, hey, winning this guarantees that you are tied for first and second. You lose this one, then you're hoping that Radiance causes an upset for you and then causes some other things to throw out between head-to-heads and a lot of complicated things that happen in the standings. So the cleanest route would be for Sanguine to take it. But, of course, we don't always want the cleanest route. But we're going to be getting into this one. And, well, the first things first, competitive ruling today. Twig is not playing with Ghost today, which is going to be causing probably a little bit of change for them when it comes down to it. Twig has been a pretty integral portion of their team. If you want to read more about the competitive ruling, what it's all about and everything, you can go to Smite Pro, because right now what we're going to talk about is the impact not having Twig is going to maybe leave here for Ghost. Well, it's Slaney in for Captain Twig. Let's see if Ghost still have it winner take all for this one. Let's go down to the casters.
That does seem to be the call, but there is no blue buff here. They will certainly find out. Mike does get grabbed. Looks like he didn't have a monolith up yet. Now he does, and finds the root. But Rapper's still looking for action, but Fino-K's damage. Nothing to scoff at there, Hindu, if I might borrow one from our friends. Some trouble now for Cheerio, as he's forced to drop down to the destruction, but makes it back over the wall, so he's still safe as well. At least Fino-K in between two, but he's got plenty of help waiting in the wings as Nika continues to scrap on the front line. Steps a bit too far forward, but look at the healing. How does Nika not die in all of that? Dardes drops the ultimate. It does kick one back out, and somehow everybody lives. But you are, I think, right to point out Fino-K in that last fight and the presence he had, because it looks like they might spend more attention with him. They're also putting some attention onto Mike in the middle lane. The apple comes through to help, but it's nowhere near enough. PBM drops for first blood.
Yeah, unfortunate situation as Panda, though, going to take a trade with Vote.
Oh, that's a ton of damage. Vote's in trouble already. Looks for the turnaround stun and hides in the minions, but Sam for Soccer was nearby. Blinks in, finds the hit, and Vote goes down as well. So it ends up being 1-for-1 across the map. Holds onto his beats, though, critically. Looks like Panda Cat's the one that ended up using his. So even though that kill does go their way, and maybe there's turnaround potential, is now Fino-K is suddenly in trouble. Does find the two-man stun and the spin for more HP, but the grapple from Nika lands. He catches back up and finds the kill, and Fino-K cannot outlast the gank.
Get over here, said Nika then, but now turnaround might be fair play. Good fear, no evil out from Sam, and Nika could die.
Nika is in some trouble, but Cheerio is here to help out. Finds the two-man stun. The return damage from Nika onto Sam is too strong. Destruction rips out from Cheerio, and the onslaught continues. Mike does find the two-man root, but where can he run with Rapper here? Picks him up with the Whirlwind of Rage and Steel, and that will be one more kill for SSG. All right, if you want to try and fight over here in solo, then we'll bring the fight there. And they just ended up doing it better, as now there's action near the red buff. Mike was on a mission, and instead he's running to Vote, who's turned into the Unbots, find the Fear No Evil, and gets Dardes the kill. SSG came over and popped it right away. They didn't give them that chance to build it up.
Oh, Fino-K I thought was getting baited, but it might be Cheerio getting baited. Great ult from Fino-K, but on landing, Cheerio gets his ult off in time. Can he escape from Polar Bear Mike, though?
It looks like he can. Dardes rotates over on the backside. Great ultimate creates the peel, and now Nika can pick up the mantle and look for more action. Not much more there. So now that Dardes has been rooted, this could be trouble for the Heimdall, but has great usage of the Bifrost. Sam tries to follow him with the Sacred Monkey and finds there's a bunch of damage waiting for him, but Fino-K cannot be satiated. He continues to look for action with Nika, but Rapper is single-handedly threatening Sam in the back. The action continues as Nika has been grabbed, and Polar Bear Mike notches a second on the board for Ghost.
At the same time as they're having troubles, because Spacestation are well aware that's exactly what the game plan's going to be.
Trouble for Mike now. He's already used one dash, so there is no escape option for him here. Buys a little bit of time, but he is certainly going to fall. Cheerio gets the kill credit.
Didn't really do what he was hoping for.
No, I don't think it did very much there at all, did it? Dardes in trouble in mid now as FineOK tries to lock him down. Turnaround golf swing knocks him up. Whirlwind of Rage and Steel waiting for him when he lands. And FineOK is about to be the king of being dead. I think he bit off more than he could chew under the tier 1. And remember, we've seen Vote turn into the boss, I think, twice now, at the very least. So clearly that's where they put a lot of their value. As the Gold Fury low, Fear No Evil does force them all back out, and they have to disengage. Vote gets the first kill, taking care of Slaney, but FineOK answers back as the Fury has already been claimed. But what about the fight on the backside as Vote uses the Mulan this time to wreck the backline? Polar Bear Mike isolated in the back, and Dardes gets the kill there, a 2-for-1 favoring SSG.
That leaves Panda Cat 2v1 on the left, but Panda plays it well enough to survive the initial engagement, and now this turnaround is fair play. Sam's back in action. Good Aegis from Vote, but can they get a kill?
Trying to use that monkey to close the gap, but instead there was too much backup. They had to fall away. FineOK has Rapper. Panda Cat has the kill. Too much damage for him when he landed. Big knock-up, though, from the Mulan. That's Nika, the original one, getting it done this time as Cheerio takes care of Sam. FineOK getting shredded on the front line, and Nika wants a little more action. Can't quite lock up the distance, though, so FineOK makes it out of there. But Vote is on a mission over the wall with the Dark Omens, trying to lock him down. They just do not have the damage to kill FineOK, but Cheerio and Vote double-teaming to bring him down.
And now the tier 2 tower under threat too. If Dardes happy to tank up a bit of damage, the whole team collapsing in, they might find another kill here.
And looking for Panda Cat. They have him locked down at the tier 1 edge of the Phoenix, and Cheerio gets the kill credit. 4 members now all game long, and Vote now approaching that full build spot as well. So things getting scarier, especially for Slaney's. He's been caught out a bit. Cheerio using the destruction to stay alive, but out of the frying pan into the fire is now it's Vote's turn. He turns into the Xing Chen, and it's enough for the kill. Cheerio loses his life, but the Whirlwind of Rage and Steel, the double, forces out the beads from everyone. FineOK tries to stay standing. The Fear No Evil waits for Vote the second he transforms, but he lives through it all. There's just not enough damage, and now the stun sets up for the kill. Vote finds another.
But greedy from Space Station, this messy, but the good news is they're getting a bit of a win on this right-hand side. Maybe if Panda Cat does lose that down, Nika picking up that tail end kill on FineOK. I think FineOK and Sam played that very well.
One still that they leave in right, that's Nika looking for the loop around behind, and Slaney was unawares. Grapple pulls him in. Good damage there from Nika to buy some space.
Yeah, good bit of space, but now the aggression on mid begins as the backline Cheerio running for it. But forced to use the ult early, doesn't randomly find a pick. Dardes does though, and that's a big one. One of the frontliners down in FineOK. Ghosts are on the back foot.
But what about Nika? He's low too, but has found a way to live through it all so far. Mid-Phoenix comes tumbling down, and looking left, there are minions starting to roar in as Panda Cat uses the ultimate, but gets pulled back in. Nika so on point with these grapples. Slaney does get the return kill onto Dardes, so he's on the board as Mike tries to join the fray, but he might have bit off more than he could chew here. The walls avoided expertly by Cheerio, as now the Titan under siege as well, starting to take some damage as the minions pour in. But it looks like Spacestation are pulling back for now, Hindu. I don't think they like their chances so much anymore.
But the teleport back in from Nika here. 3 members on the right-hand side. They could run this Phoenix still.
Nika's hitting all these grapples. It's such a difference as Polar Bear Mike does find the turnaround kill. Hello, Cheerio has to take a seat, but still Space Station can keep up this pressure, can threaten this right side Phoenix. Sam is buying his time, finds the Fear No Evil. He's looking for Vote, but it's not enough damage as a Rapper threatens Slaying in the back line, lives through the apple, and continues his pressure. The Titan still standing. There are not that many minions coming in, and SSG can't afford to look for the end call. So after taking 2 Phoenixes, they're on the retreat.
Yeah, really respectful from Space Station there. Recognizing Panda Cat's still alive, has that Jingwei ultimate, of course. She could reposition around the back, and instead, they're going to engage on him in open warfare, and Nika's going to pick up the kill. Vote will go down in trade, though, by the looks of it.
And leveling up the spear thrust is so big for Mulan in those skirmishes as well. You just saw it used there. It's so much healing and damage for her once she gets up to the level with the second strike. As Nika being engaged on, Ghost committing a few resources. The Frenzy has been popped as well, so Cheerio heads to the back line, pops the destruction, and sticks to Panda Cat for the first kill. Will not be able to get the second one on the Slaney. That one belongs to Nika. FineOK tries to join the fray as well, but Dardes repositions Sam for Soccer low too, and SSG winning the fights on every front. Oh, Cheerio is going for the hit.
Cherry's going to base. He's going all the way, baby. They're trying to stop the backs too. That's game. Done.
It is indeed done. Cheerio at this point, done trying to deal with the rest of this nonsense. He'll just go to put an end to it. Sam's on his way in, but he will not get there in time, and so we end up with Spacestation finding the 33-minute win.
Athena Taunt might be one of the best ways to get anything to get started overall, and now Raffer is going to have to prove whether or not it was worth it for this one around. We'll have to see if SSG can take this in 2, or if Ghost can fight back. By
Ghost, and they just walked the way around, and now Sam's been pinched!
And Cheerio tries to come back in, bit off a bit more than he could chew. Perhaps slow avoids the damage from Mike, but PBM does eventually find the first blood on the Cerberus. What a turnaround there from Ghost. And that they're keeping Sam for soccer somewhat in check, and they don't let this Thanatos get potentially out of control.
Panda, baby! Against 2! He don't care! He wants kills, baby! Like, he nearly got that one on vote 2, 2v1! Nice little pull away there, but round the back, Finch, we've got trouble.
Yeah, Polar Bear Mike and Slaney on the way. Ricochet doesn't find it, but both will die anyway. Slaney getting on the board for the boys. Polar Bear Mike drops down Stygian Torment. They do lose Sam for soccer elsewhere, but a great start over there in the left. Instead, they elect to fall back a bit. Still some presence for Polar Bear Mike on this right side, and Nika, I think, recognizing it with that ward there, will not step too far forward, but Mike still wants it anyway. Aggressive Stygian Torment, but who was here but a Raffer? A two-man taunt keeps him locked down under the tower for a bit longer. FineOK now committed to finding this kill, takes Nika to the sky for Camelot and Avalon, gets the kill, and Ghost Gaming now up to 4.
And it's one of the reasons why we saw this King Arthur first pick, because he's going to get a double kill against 2. We call it a double kill against 2, but obviously Mike was involved in that a little bit, just to give the credit where it's due. But FineOK on this King Arthur, you wonder why they first picked it? That's the reason why. FineOK is dominant on this King Arthur pick to create a bit of distance there for the 3 members of Ghost to escape. On top of that, that scythe from Sam was so important. That heal that he got from that just dissuaded Spacestation further.
Oh, Cheerio's in a lot of trouble now as FineOK continues to move forward. He would love to try and cut Cheerio down here, even with Nico right in his face. Good taunt from Raffer, cuts it all off as Raffer only level 5 still, trying to fight in to the level 10. FineOK at this point, the dive continues underneath the tier 1. Nika is in a lot of trouble. The Defender of Olympus is there to provide a little bit of extra help and lockdown, but Polar Bear Mike is here too, so there will be no uneven fights. He helps turn it around. Dardas locks him down underneath the tier 1 with that ultimate, but the entirety of Ghost Gaming is on the right side of the map, so he has some backup. They can keep up the chase and lock down Dardas too.
And guess what else is going on the left-hand side? Oh, hang on a second. Cheerio jumping in, looking for the fists of Fists of Sam for soccer. On the left-hand side, Panda stole red, and now he's taking one against Vote of the purple too. Ghost are playing this really well in that lead. FineOK on that right-hand side, by the way, Finch. He realized Nika was solo on mana. Nika couldn't do much about his aggression. The Glad Shield online makes it such an awkward spot, but now Panda's in trouble.
And has lost his beads already, will be pulled back in by Vote and shouldn't really have a chance to survive here. So Raffer gets that kill. But
this is great for Ghost in a sense, because the only response Spacestation have is to group up, but in doing so, they reduce their farm. Good ult from Raffer to respond by Mike, but the damage from Panda is just going to be too much there, Finch.
Won't be there to steal that purple buff on the back side of it, but they have had pressure really from minute 1 here in this game, and now the question has to become, Handyman, where can SSG go to alleviate some of this pressure as Cheerio could potentially have the answer, dunks down on the Panda Cat, and gets a much-needed extra response kill for SSG.
Yeah, that's the man you're looking for on this one in mid. Dardas trying to get aggressive against Slaney, and he caught the ult, but forced the beads out of Slaney too. This is what Spacestation needs to do. The 3-on-3 beats down for Slaney. Finch is in trouble.
Slaney will be locked down. Cheerio gets that kill. The TP from FineOK too late to save the life.
If anything, if they do find that pick there, Finch, they could probably look at Gold Fury, so it makes some sense to me. Finding this pick on Raffer could be big though.
And locking him down, is able to get the dash back underneath the tier 1 tower, so Raffer holds on, but FineOK is done with the solo lane at this point. He's just getting involved in the fights, but Cheerio's burst is here! Sam falls down right away in the jungle, but will he pay? FineOK gets grappled by Nika, can't stay close, and SSG able to get away with that much-needed. It's not. You can tell this gold lead has plateaued a bit right around this 4,000 mark. It's been that way for 5 minutes or so, but this could be that big change as the Fire Giant drops down to half. Ghost Gaming popping the frenzy. They're serious about it, but Panda Cat could be in trouble in the back. No, he blows up Rapper. Ghost get the Fire Giant as well. Seems like they still have their Secure ready to go, and now the execute from Sam as the snowball starts rolling downhill. Sam gets the double, both balls as well, elevated up to a triple.
Quadra?
Sam cannot be stopped, and maybe there is a quadra in the cards for Sam for Soccer, turning on the gas. Even without Captain Twig, Ghosts are swinging back.
And they caught Space Station lacking, and now they're going to tie the series if they get this Titan.
And they should be heavily favored to grab it. It's really only Rapper that's up. Taunt buys a little bit of time. Nika will be here in 2 seconds, but just how much can he do with the Titan down to half HP already? He doesn't even have the ultimate. Sam gobbles Rapper up to extend that killing spree to a rampage as Ghost Gaming take us to game number 3.
I feel like SSG fans now, like, if like the game hits, you know, like 23, 24, you start to get to the edge of your seat, sweating a little bit, and I'm sure SSG will as well. Ghost want to end it fast. We'll see if they can do it. Otherwise, SSG might be able to take game 3. Let's go down to the casters.
And it looks like Space Station are looking to try and engage on a blue buff again here at 5 minutes.
I got 4 members to just the 3 from Ghost. Making the rotation in is Slaney, but Sam in trouble. They push Rapper back underneath, but remember, Horus has a lot of escapes. He makes it back out of there. FineOK does hit a big ultimate. Everyone on SSG is slowed. He turns, Cheerio does that into a 9 turns Blessing, though. That pulls Polar Bear Mike back in. Big damage there from Slaney, but it's just not enough as Dardez gets the double kill. Now Sam has to keep right on running. The pin is there to lock him down, but a good Suku to the right. And Sam makes it out, but a big fight for SSG.
But Cheerio in that fight, by the way, turtle form knock up on multiple people, knock up one of the strongest forms of CC, we were just talking about it earlier, like so strong, that knock up just disrupted so much of that fight and a solo kill. What?
It's in the cards, isn't it? But Panda Cat barely gets out of there. They knew the gank was coming for Sam, but now Sam's basically just in the 1v1, and Vote feels pretty confident in it, finds the stun too, and nearly takes care of both of them. This momentum swing is huge because it felt like this was Ghost in game 1, but now it's SSG.
But Nika brings it with Amaterasu anyway. This trap, though, could be trouble for Ghost. Is that not enough?
You were wondering, do they have enough magical damage? Well, there's your answer. Mike falls, and very nearly Slaney does as well. A great combination between them as Vote continues to be able to handle the 1v2 here on the left-hand side. That was with Sam using the ultimate, but Vote must have canceled it out with the beats.
They heard it. They heard it over the wall. They heard Sam jump, and they know he's not got his jump available. No Suku for you, and because of that, no life for the Space Station squad, who are now 4-0 here with a 2k lead. But yeah, Mike's just having a bad time here. There's not much he can do on this Bacchus.
And Cheerio wants more action. Great beats from Slaney, in all honesty, is the only reason he is not a part of that kill feed, too. Great timing from him. And Sam tried to get a bit cheeky going for this red buff. Is going to pay for it with his life. Cheerio is a man on a mission here in this mid-game, and he's bolstered by Dardez. It doesn't matter if it's Cheerio or Rapper that he's linked to. If it's one of these aggressive tanks moving forward, you're going to take all that back-off damage for free. Well, let's see if it works here, right? As FineOK looks to get a bit more involved with this Nike early on. No way they're able to kill Sam here. Didn't work that time. I was too late with it as Nika cuts Sam down to size. They continue with the 2-man knockup as Slaney struggling for options, trying to see if he can burn Nika, but the flames won't come quickly enough. FineOK, the next member under siege, as 3 members dive the tier 2, 12 minutes into the game. PBM dies elsewhere as Space Station Gaming cannot be slowed down.
What he's doing is at least causing some confusion. It's not going to hurt him. Slaney's caught, though.
Yeah, they're looking for him. The knockup doesn't land because Slaney has good speed, but he's just pinched in. There's nowhere to go, and he will fall for the second time this game. And honestly, this is the first time we've seen them be able to kind of pick Slaney this way. He's, for the most part, stayed very safe with his set as a sick ricochet catches Panda Cat, forces the beads, and the ultimate. Vote wishes they could keep up the chase, but that's too far. They'll settle for trying to pressure the tier 2 as in come the cavalry, using that to lock down Panda Cat in his Phoenix.
That really swings this around. It could do a lot for them, but not if he gets picked on the right-hand side like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to get to see it come to fruition there. Nika has 4 members crowding around him, but even still, the damage not enough. Nika continues to persevere. Slaney in some trouble. Flicker buys him a moment, and maybe he could escape stage right, but we cannot say the same for Sam, who has already fallen, or for Fino K as Cheerio gets his 4th kill of the game. SSG in full control, and Nika going hunting for Panda Cat. Doesn't want to let the Heimdall get away. As he thought maybe he could hide, he realizes, no, Nika's found me. I think he knows where I'm at. But yet Panda Cat has made it out of there. Nika lost track of him.
Yeah, we don't normally see role swaps too often, but the times that we do, I've always felt they've felt very well calculated to me. They don't get abused enough. Panda Cat, though, will end up falling to the doves. He was trying to get through the Bifrost man, but Dardes is swinging like a truck.
Trying to solo this one down. I don't think Horus can quite do that. He's swinging for 39 in auto, but he's getting closer than maybe I thought as Nika solo Slaney on the right-hand side. They will indeed burn down the left side Phoenix as Fine OK tries to push Cheerio into the tower, but it's not enough damage, even with the Phoenix help. He's been pulled in by the 9 turns blessing, knocked up, and Cheerio gets another kill. That might even just be the end of it as they're rushing past the Phoenix to look to see if they can bring this set to a close here, Hindu Man.
You know, unfortunate end to the set. Honestly, Finch overall, a lot of things happen in Smite in the big picture where we get these big situations, right, where it's like, hey, balancing a knife edge, either team could win, and the final game of the series is a blowout. Happens a lot. I can understand Goso here, take into account with the situation that Goso found themselves in here this week. I think under the circumstances, the players being frustrated and that one getting away from them, they knew the writing was on the wall there. And so Spacestation taking that game does not really surprise me with how the first 10 minutes went. We've seen Mifflin in this game 3, but it still wasn't good enough.
It's Afro!
This composition they put together.
Game!